Hey everybody, this could very well be a train wreck, aka a hot mess here. There's an article I wanted to share about stricter school discipline making a comeback in Australian classrooms. Sorry, I mean no offense if you're an Aussie. Actually, it seems like a wonderful country to live in. I'm a teacher of 19 years, and I thought this was kind of interesting. It says their national framework aims to stamp out disruptive behavior by giving teachers skills to deal with even the most difficult students. This article does not aim at dealing with necessarily the most difficult students, but as you read on, it talks about stricter school discipline is making a comeback in Australian classrooms in a bid to help teachers stamp out disruptive behavior. And it goes on and on. It says things like walking in a straight line, things like calling out in class. There was research done, and the research indicated that about 20% of a teacher's day is spent dealing with discipline. And I can tell you that's true. In the classrooms I've taught, even for like 19 years, some years are better than other, but you are stamping out behaviors left and right. And I think recently, for some reason, it is quite a bit more dealing with behavior issues than in my previous years of 19. So, of course, there are some families in favor of this and some families are not. It was really weird. I'll show you the next article here. Basically setting high expectations and clear rules on how students should behave and allow teachers to better manage classrooms so students can learn. And if you zip down to the very end of this, it makes quite a bit of sense, and it sums up this whole article, where it says read more. All the way to the end. It says it's about respect. And respect for each other's authority has to be modeled and has to be taught. What I've noticed as a teacher is this is at least true in my experience, is like a lot of parents do have respect for education, do have respect for the teacher, right? And there seem to be more and more parents who don't. Like, they're kind of operating on the mantra of school is more of a daycare, school is more of a place where, you know, if you hurt my child, if you wrong my child should be able to do what they want to do. It's definitely not the majority in my experience, but maybe in other places it is. Like, I'm just speaking from my own experience. Looks like people were having problems with this. If we flip to another one, this is Forbes talking about the Australians' classroom behavior crisis. Yeah, this is talking about teacher anecdotes saying, like, I've had knives confiscated from students. I've been punched in the stomach while pregnant by a student. Like, these are all pretty extreme things, and that they do happen. I've heard stories all the time in other districts and things like that. And the big problem is just disruptive behavior, and that didn't really show much. I'm sorry. I didn't even show that one. That was kind of worthless. And then the Daily Mall, which I'm not sure is a reputable source necessarily, but hey, we go to it every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? And what they do. They pretty much just cited this first article that I read by an Australian journal. Heated debate sparks after parents demand old school discipline be reintroduced. I can't find out the discipline here. It says parents shared their thoughts on introducing strict tactics. You can't click on the videos there. Anyway, there's a lot of junk on there. A lot of junk. So anyway, my 2 cents are, yeah, there's it's interesting. I wonder how that looks. I don't know what that looks like. It sounds like there's some type of an organized structure to teach behavior expectations, and to teach authority. I don't know what that is. The article didn't talk about it. As I said in the previous video yesterday, there seems to be this big switch going on from like traditional types of behavior management in classrooms and moving towards just a much more freer, loosey-goosey type of behavior management, and maybe not necessarily taking in behavior management in how humans are I feel how humans are wired. And there's also another book I'd like to show you sometime. It's called Behavior, and it's how genes can affect almost everything that we do. It's very interesting. Don't know if I agree on it with everyone, but it's super interesting to read. So, an interesting article. I'll leave a link just in case you still made it through this video. It's mostly for me because I didn't have a lot to talk about tonight. That's it.